Alright guys, welcome to my tutorial on how to make notes in Amnesia for your custom stories, which may contain voice acting if you like. I'm in my custom story folder, custom story base, which you can download if you're missing any files. We will be using the extra English lang and the map files for making this, so if you're missing anything you may download it if you like. If you have everything, well then let's continue. We're gonna make this recording that I made into a file that we can play in Amnesia when we pick up a note. So it's actually quite simple, but a lot of people are having trouble with it. I know I did in the beginning, so I'm just gonna make a quick little video on it. So let's just start by opening the level editor. I have a shortcut right here, but you should be able to know where to find it. And let's open up a map. Let's go to the custom story maps and level 1. Let's open this map and yeah, let's just go down. And here we have my lovely little room that I have created. And we have a note on the desk right here. And let's delete this note and let's just make a note that we can read. So go to entities and you drop down until you find the item right here, and you can scroll down until you find note underscore. There it is. Generic, letter, manual, paper, scroll. There's also a letter in ptest if you have the patch for Justine. And yeah, you can select either of these. It doesn't actually matter whatsoever. They're all the note, so it's just the design and everything. So I'm gonna choose a letter, and I'm gonna turn on create on surface, so we're creating it on top of here. And I'm just gonna use Q and W to rotate it a little bit like that, and there we go. And now we can select this. You can give it a name, but it's not actually scripting, so it doesn't really need one unless you're gonna do something more with it, like events. But what you do need to do is you go to the entities tab, and way at the bottom there are a few things here. The note text, excuse me. The note text pretty much determines what kind of text is displayed on the note. So if you pick up a note and it's blank, then maybe this name does not match what you have written. Before we go into that, I guess we should make one. So you should open up the extra English.lang with the text editor. Let's place it over here. And under notes, I believe you can use diaries, of course, but I'm just going to use a normal note. And here I have just pretty much a basic note. You should be able to know how to use this extra English.lang, but if not, then you may just well, you can download it and copy paste whatever I have, but pretty much it just says enter name equals quote and note underscore, and then there's the name of the actual note, and then there's underscore text and name. So the name would be the heading and the text would be the actual text. But you must pay attention to what is inside here. So let's just make a new one, I suppose. And I'm just probably going to use the same text, but you just do opening and closing diamond brackets, and you'd write entry with capital E space and name with capital N equals quote quote, and you write note capital N underscore. You can write another underscore and write text, and after you've written that, you can just copy the whole line and paste it under there and replace well, one of them with name instead of text. And then between the two underscores you can write whatever. So I'm just gonna write, let's say, voice and voice. So that means voice will be the name of the actual letter, So you go into the editor, and at the bottom you need to write voice or whatever you named it. Remember to press enter, and that will connect this note to the text that is inside here. But right now you also got to do opening and closing diamond brackets again and do /entry, and you need to do this on both, and between the two, well, entry parts, I suppose, between the closing diamond brackets, you just write whatever text you like. So I'm just going to copy whatever I have up here and put that into the name, and then I'm going to put this text into text. So in case you didn't really understand this, then yeah, this is it. And I guess I could also just say that if you put square brackets and BR, that will break the line pretty much. It's like you press enter and make a new line. Anyway, don't forget to save all the files that you've edited in the editor as well, and yeah, you can run the game and let's see if the node works. Here we are in this little room. There is the node, and let's pick it up. And here you can see, here's the text. So yeah, if you have no errors in any files, pretty much the extra English, if you have everything working, then this should work. If the extra English does not work at all, no matter what you can think of, then you might want to make a new one, maybe from scratch. You might have a block that is not closed, so be sure to look over it. If you have an error in that file itself, then it will completely disable, or it won't really work at all, I believe. So like if you forget /entry or something, I don't think it'll work. So be sure to remember everything you do in the file to be correct and all that stuff. If anything's not working, you should try to backtrack to where it was working. And yeah, so we have the text on a note. We still don't have any voice on it though. If you notice on the bottom, use narration. This can be a bit misleading if you don't know how to use it. Basically, if you turn this on, it makes so that when you pick up the note, it is automatically closed once the voice is done. So if you don't have a voice on it, then it will you won't really read it at all. It will just pick up and close instantly. So be sure that if you're just randomly picking it up and closing it and you don't know why, then that's why, because you're using narration and it doesn't have a narration. So let's save the map, and to make sure that it has narration, or yeah, I'm gonna take this file. You can't really use MP3 files. You gotta convert them to OGG. So yeah, if you have a program that can do that, then you can just use that. But if you don't, you can use this page that I will link in the description, and it pretty much converts it. So you can just choose file right here. Let's select the voice and just go down and click convert or whatever, and it will download an OGG version of that file. Really simple. And here we have it, voice.ogg. Now open a folder. This is your custom story. Make a new folder, and actually you can name it whatever, but if you want to be very systematic, you could name it well, what Amnesia has done is to name it, like, you put a folder called lang, and inside you put ing for English, and then you put voices, and then diaries. So it'll be like folder, 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 folder. You can do that, but it doesn't actually matter that much if you're not going to make a full conversion mod. If you are going to make full conversion, then you will need to do that, but you can just call it like voices right away. And then be sure to put this file inside there, or I don't even know if it needs to be in there, but it just needs to be in your Amnesia directory somewhere. It's pretty good at looking. So you have the file, but you still haven't assigned the file, and you do that by going to the text and like all the way at the start you do opening and closing square brackets as if you were making a break. Inside you write voice, lower caps, space, and then the name of the file. Mine is voice.ogg, and that's pretty much all you need to do. However, I have noticed, I'm not sure if it's a bug or something, but if you do it instantly, like if you do it directly next to the text, then it might act kind of weird. So I usually do opening and closing and just break it. I'm not sure exactly what. I believe if you don't put it, or maybe you just could use a space there or something, but if you don't do that, it might jump a little, the voice. I'm not really sure how it works. Maybe it's a bug, but anyway, you can do that, and it should be able to fix at least something if you're having trouble. You might not need to though, but I just do it. Now save the file again, and if you have set narration in the level editor, you can just open Amnesia again. Here we are back in the room, and let's pick up the note.
Hello. Did you know carrots are not actually vegetables? For some reason they're considered fruits. Now don't use me as backup, it's just something I've heard. Sincerely, Mr. Cabbage.
And there we go. I didn't really press anything or say anything during that little sequence, so yeah, it should be able to work. God damn it! I forget the Skype all the time. Ah well, whatever. Yeah, so that's actually the end of the tutorial. If there's anything more you need to know, then feel free to ask. And yeah, I appreciate likes on my videos. It motivates me to make more of these. So yeah, if you like it, then do as you please. Anyway, yeah, I'll catch you later. Yeah.